What is up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life Till Metal. Gonna be doing another rock metal update. That's right, another rock metal update. This one is going to be all 7-inch and all Kiss. Ace Frehley passed away, and just had me playing a lot of Kiss stuff. And I've had this pile of Kiss 7-inches that I keep meaning to show, and I just haven't done it. I've actually got several piles of 7-inch albums over there that I want to show. I was going to do a Stones update, 7-inch vinyl, but with the passing of Ace, he's so much on my mind. And I don't get too affected by celebrities who pass away, cause especially if you don't know them personally. But I don't know, man. A couple of like Charlie Kirk's recent passing, and Ace Frehley's recent passing, and my friend LJ recently passed away, and I've had a couple other friends. It's just a lot of dying recently, and it's just kind of sad. And so yeah, I just thought I'd do a Kiss one instead. So this obviously is not my whole Kiss 7-inch collection. I have had requests to show that, and maybe I'll do that in the near future. I'd like to actually show all my Ace Frehley records, because I probably have 8 or 9 Ace Frehley solo 7-inch singles as well, Japanese pressings, stuff like that. But let's get into the Kiss ones first. This is a grail. I've been looking for this one for a long time. You can find Kiss 7-inch Japanese singles fairly inexpensively, $20 and under, $50 and under, depends which ones you're looking for. But this one never shows up. So this is Dressed to Kill, obviously, era. And this is Rock and Roll All Night on the A side, and the B side is Room Service, I believe. Yep. Much like other Japanese pressings, it's got the record company sleeve in there with just the slip on the front of it, this cover sheet. I like Japanese pressings. People say they sound better. Lyrics in Japanese on the back. I don't know if they sound better or worse than anything else. I just dig that they have these extra sheets in them, plus the record company sleeve, and they usually sometimes have like extra tracks that sometimes the American versions don't, or different B-sides. But this one here, like I said, just never shows up. So was really glad to find this copy on eBay and to get it for a decent price. So Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night. There's our man Ace, who recently went home just not that long ago, and very much on my mind. I actually have a buddy who is a brewer, and he's working on an Ace beer, and ACE, it stands for different things that are in the mix. It's going to take about 3 weeks for his large batch of beer to be done, and when he does, him and I are going to get together, and we're just going to cheer Ace, man, and drink and have a drink to the Ace beer. So, all right, next up, this is U.S. pressing of Christine 16, probably one of my least favorite Kiss songs. When I was a kid, I didn't care about it. I didn't think about it. But when you get older and you're like, Christine 16, dude. But the backside, it's got one of my favorite tracks, which is Ace Frehley's "Shock Me," which is a song that the band continued to play live for years afterwards. Even after, when they reunited, "Shock Me" was a great track. Whereas Christine 16, one of the more forgettable tracks on the Kiss album. Why it was chosen as a single and not "Shock Me," I don't know. But in any case, this is also a same song, Christine 16, and I believe this has "Shock Me" on the back as well. It does. This is a German pressing, classic, Kiss from 77 on there. They got the 77 costumes on there. Yeah, this is like I said, not much different from the U.S. pressing, but Kiss, it doesn't matter. Actually, it's funny because I have a ZZ Top update coming up soon too, and I've been collecting ZZ Top singles for the last year. Just when I find them, I pick them up, and I've been putting them in this pile to show in a Southern Rock video. And I've noticed that I had like 4 copies of the same single with different covers from different countries. So I do the same thing with Kiss. Any of these bands that I love: Alice Cooper, Aerosmith, Angel, Thin Lizzy, Gary Moore, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, all these bands that I love, that I just collect anything by them. So, all right, we're really skipping in here. We're going into later era Kiss, but this is Sure Know Something, backed with it's a Japanese pressing. I have to look. I can't remember what the B-side is on this one, and I obviously can't read I wish I could. That'd be really cool to be able to read Japanese. It is Dirty Living on the B-side. So you got Dirty Living with Sure Know Something, Japanese pressing. I got this one super cheap, $10. And some people might think that's a lot for a 7-inch record, but $10 is not a lot for a 7-inch Japanese pressing, in my opinion. I've seen this thing sell between $50 and $70 on eBay. I'm always looking for 7-inch singles, so I'm constantly kind of keeping eye on the prices. Yeah, it's just not one that pops up very often. This one shows up a lot, and I have several different pressings of this one. This is a German version of Sure Know Something and Dirty Living. And then another Japanese pressing, I believe this one was. Nope, this is not Japanese. But this is Tomorrow. Oh, this is the Spain pressing. So you've got, it's actually 4 tracks. I believe it's Spain. It's either Spain or Mexico. This is Mexico pressing. So you got Tomorrow, Sure Know Something, Christine 16, and She. I can't speak a word of Spanish, but Mañana is tomorrow. Se Aglo de Seguro, Sure Know Something. Cristina 16, Christine 16, and Ella. Nice picture of the band on the back. Great pictures of well, not live pictures. Great studio shots on the front of the band in their full costumes. I'm just a Kiss fanatic. What can I say? I've been a Kiss fanatic since I was literally a kid. From the album Everybody Hate It when it first came out. Music from the Elder. This is The Oath and I. I is the A side, The Oath being the B side. This is I forget what country this one's from. I should have wrote it down. Australia. This is an Australian pressing. And Kiss their popularity kind of plummeted in the early 80s. And but not in Australia. They're still huge there. So they had a lot of singles released there that weren't released here. But Kiss, I, and The Oath. This is from the same album, A World Without Heroes, backed with Dark Light. Dark Light being the ace track on the album, and A World Without Heroes being Gene Simmons' ballad on the album. This is a U.S. pressing in the original Casablanca sleeve. This is the Spain pressing of Sure Know Something, Seguro que sabe algo. I don't know if I said that right or not. You let me know if you speak Spanish, because I suck at Spanish. Dirty Living on the B-side. I've got so many copies of this single, and it was a huge hit for the band. It's not one of my favorite songs from them. I don't hate the song, but you get Hard Times on the B-side of I Was Made for Loving You, Kiss's stab at the Disco Cat, and it became a hit for them. This song they continued to play over the years. It just sticks out like a sore thumb, even in their set list, because it's just, that disco beat and kind of short and guitar solo. It's an okay song, but it's not my favorite. But like I said, it's Kiss. I collect anything by them, even stuff that I'm not a fan of, which I Was Made for Loving You I'm not a big fan of. It's fun to sing along to in concert. It's a little heavier in concert than it was here. But Hard Times is a great track. Getting into the non-makeup years here with Lick It Up. I got a couple different versions of Lick It Up here. I forget which version this is. I really should have looked these up before I did the video, but no one ever said I was a professional, so I'm not a professional. Let's see on here. I can't find where it was released from. Polydor Records. I don't know. It's some sort of European pressing, and I just can't remember which one it is at the time. Maybe one of you Kiss fanatics on here that are watching this can tell me which copy this is. But then I've got another one right behind it. This is the Spain pressing, and obviously 1983. That's the year the album came out. Backed with Not for the Innocent on the B side, and then we've got a 1983 Holland pressing with Not for the Innocent on the B side. So, like I said, anything by this band. So there's 3 versions right there. And then Kiss's big ballad, Forever, which I believe was one of their only #1 hits. Again, not one of my... I tend to like the harder rock and stuff, the deeper cuts. I don't dislike Forever, but it's not like one of my favorite songs from Kiss. It wouldn't make my top 50 list of favorite Kiss songs, but the B side is The Streets Giveth and The Streets Taketh Away. And this is a German copy. And then I've got these 2 bootleg 7-inches here. This is called Kiss Rock Nights, and as you see, it's got the backwards Z's for the Kiss logo. It's got to Choose and Hotter Than Hell on there. And front, back, And then this one here, which is Calling Dr. Love, Back to the Firehouse Live. Both tracks recorded at the Omni, Atlanta, Georgia, June 30th, 1979. It's on a clear vinyl. According to the back cover, it says soundboard recording, live on tour, limited edition of 60 on clear vinyl. Now I don't know if 60 was a total amount pressed of the bootleg, or if 60 was just the color, the number they pressed of the clear vinyl. Don't care. I was just glad to find one for a decent price. So there you go. Kiss, Calling Dr. Love, and Back to the Firehouse. There's Ace in the middle there. Ace, you will be missed. I've been one of your biggest fans for, decades, since the 70s, and you're going to be missed, man. I love your solo albums. I love your stuff with Kiss. I always thought you were the rock and roll, you were the true rock and roller in Kiss, and you'll forever be missed from me. That's it. Appreciate y'all watching. Leave a message below. God bless. Stay strong.